Okie dokie, here we are. Turn that off. We're doing, we're probably finishing Pac-Man World 2, or 2? Not 2. Pac-Man World 1, tonight. Let's get right into it. Here we go. Let's see. Last time we did Clown Town and the Factory World. I gotta say, it was not as frustrating as I remember it being on PS1, thank goodness. I had the worst time with the Factory World on PS1 and that Down the Tubes level in particular. I'm sure it's probably infamous, I don't really know. It did take a while, but we did get through it. We got 100%, we got all this stuff. So now all that is left is the final world. So yeah, here we go. It is nice. One thing I do really appreciate that they actually like double down on the whole like ghost concept here, and they live in like a spooky forest place. Oh. I didn't see that. They are mine. This has been generally a very good remake, I think, like as far as soft remakes go. Nice. I always forget that I can throw those. I like their little hats. They're very sweet. Everything is adorable. There we go. Nope. Ah, gotcha. Once again, they make very liberal use of the Ms. Pac-Man motifs throughout the soundtrack of this. It is very cute. I like the way that they handled the soundtrack in this, and they like use the very brief bits of music from the original Pac-Man and Ms. Pac-Man and a few others to like as the basis to expand into like actual like fun themed music tracks for these levels. It's a cute little game. I don't know if the PS1 version aged particularly well, but I am enjoying this remake. It feels very solid. Little fun, cozy little game. I do not have the Straw BB. Where is the Straw BB? Unfortunately, this track also reminds me of the Inspector Gadget theme a little bit, which, like, I shouldn't dock points for that, but, you know, it must be said. What? Is there a way back? Yeah, I'm worried if I go past that point, I'm not going to be able to get back. Fuck. Come on. Oh, here we are. There's stuff down here. Fuck. I didn't think to like check what was on the third platform. Give me that. It's shiny. Oh, that's it. Okay, I see. Oh, I forgot that I could do the little hover. No, thank you. That's cute. I didn't even, like, I honestly didn't even realize that the jingle was redone for these different worlds as well. Get out of here! No! Fuck. I like how they also include the little sparks when you're rubbing up against a wall, just because that visual feedback is, like, helpful. Like, I know that some of the more modern games have done that, and that's just a neat thing to include. No. No, 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 no. Oh. Right. Okay, but like clearly there has to be a pellet somewhere if there's ghosts around for me to get. Like I already got that. And did I find my strawberry? I did not. Oh, wait. Or was I already here? Did I already see this? I already got this. Where is the straw BB? Oh. It's right here. Okay, finally, we move on. Also, Moon is mad. The Moon looks like Pac-Man. That's... How did he do that? I didn't... How did he manage that? How did Orson have the ability to carve his face into the... his robot's face into the moon? Okay, well, I mean, I guess ghosts that exist without being in the proximity of a power pellet is kind of a neat gimmick for this area. Where you are actually kind of on the back foot with some of these hazards and enemies. Ah, of course I spoke too soon. Did I miss something over here? It feels like I did. No, I did not. Come on. Please. There's just coffins. You know, that does bring up an interesting question. Like, you know, they're ghosts, right? So, like, are they just creatures that are called ghosts in this world, or are they the vengeful spirits of dead Pac people? How does that work? How do ghosts work? Has to be, like, the most important question. Like, this is just like a recurring question throughout various pieces of media. Fuck. Damn you, depth perception. Or lack thereof. There was something here, right? Yeah. No! No! Damn it. It kept the sea. Thankfully. Is there something? Do I die? I just die. I'm sorry, I was curious. I had to know. Pac-Man held on to the sea. Good for him. You know, like some people like experience like serious dysphoria over their sector. You know, I'm glad that I'm glad that Pac-Man hasn't had to endure that. Fuck. Well, it's a good thing I have 78 lives. Oh my god. I probably would have burned through a lot more of them if I were playing on PS1. I almost missed that. I was taking a sip. I vaguely remember having a really rough time with this world as well on PS1. So once again, just the snappier controls definitely help a lot here. I like these little skeletons. Skeletons with little top hats, they're silly. Like, who were they in life, I wonder? Fuck. What's this? Oh. It's a pellist. Let me in. Yes. me up. Yeah. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. There we go. We got this. The fucking noise when you when you break them. That's like jarring. Fuck. Ah! Wait, what is this? Oh, right, there was a token there. Oh, how are the tokens gonna work in World 2 Re-Pac? I have to assume that they'll all still be there and probably in the same places, but then instead of going towards arcade games, they'll just probably go towards like statues. I don't know if you'll like purchase them or if it'll be like the capsule machines like it is in Pac-Man Museum Plus. I have to imagine that if it were randomized, then it would just be the order that's randomized. You can't get like duplicates or anything. Unless maybe they're changing the token system entirely. I don't know. Oh yeah, you just have like infinite traction as as Super Pac-Man. Nice. I do not have lemon. I now have lemon. It was just there. You know what? Like, at this point, I'll take it. After down the tubes, I am fine with that. You know, I'm gonna let that run out before I try to jump on that. There we go. And there we go. Bells. There's so much stuff. Oh, this is madness. Oh. Fuck. Where is it? Give me. Oh, I got it. Nice. Clear all types of bonus stages too. I don't think it shows up on stream, but there was an achievement for that. Why do I even bother trying with the slot machine at this point? Like, I'm not going to need 83 lives. Okay, whatever. I saw yellow and I thought it was lemon. Creepy catacombs. And this is where the key is. I have this really specific brainworm for the direct-to-DVD Disney movie Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas. Not Once Upon a Christmas, it was the sequel, the weird, uncanny CGI one. And it was just like another anthology of like holiday stories, except instead of being like adaptations of existing stuff like Once Upon a Christmas kind of was, well, I guess it wasn't really like adaptations to begin with outside of one in the first one. But like, it was a sequel, whatever. They was just 3 new like stories, like little segments featuring the classic Disney Mickey Mouse adjacent characters in like holiday stories. And in one of them, it's like Disney Ducks stuff, and you have like Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and they go to like the North Pole or something to like write their name onto Santa's nice list. And at one point they like steal a key from his room, and then when Santa like comes across them in the, like while they're running around, he like sees them and he's just like, "Oh, you found my key." And then he yanks it out of their hand. He's just like, "I've been looking for this." And like, I'm making it sound a lot more aggressive than it actually was, but that's just how I remember it in my head, because it's really funny if I remember it that way. And for some reason, for some reason, "you found my key" is just like a brain worm. It has wormed its way into my brain and it won't leave. Like, that plays in my head whenever I see a key in a video game now. And then like, that brainworm is starting to like mesh and blend and form a new, infuse with the "I can give you a house" brainworm. Which I guess is fitting. Did you know that Santa is an anagram of Satan? "You found my key. And you know what I can give you." "I can give you a key." Oh! It burns! They get to start moving before I do. That's not fair. Also, it's dark. No. Pinky put me in a corner. No one puts Pac-Man in a corner.
Ho, ho, ho! It's me, Santa Claus. You know what I can give ya. I can give you sex. I can give you drugs. And the thing I can most certainly give you is house. Gifts and cheer and house.
Santa, can you give me a PSP instead?
No!
Looks like Krampus for me this year. Fair. You're getting a Nokia N-Gage for the holidays. And you're gonna like it. Play Tomb Raider on the go. Fair. You know what? Fair. Maybe that's too generous. And a vertical screen port of Sonic Advance. Want my N-Gage? No.
Upon reconsideration, I've decided to give you a Zeebo for Christmas.
Okay, well there's the key.
You found my key.
Where is it? Oh, wait. Okay. Yeah, I found the lemon already. I forgot. I forgot. There. I have found he key. Collect all keys. Can play Grand Theft Auto on Zeebo, kind of. Yeah, have fun. Have fun with your second generation Resident Evil 4 port. Maybe I will. Fine. Fine. You know what? If you're willing to put up with the Zeebo, then you just have a blast, okay? Fine. This entire, like, playthrough has just been, like, full of let's talk about obscure consoles and our bizarre experiences with them. Like, during the first session, there was a discussion about the CDI. And that was certainly something. Oh yeah, I think that was you. Wand of Gamelon Haver, yes. Yes, that was you, thank you. Okay, I do not have the peach. Okay, oh right. Speaking of things that were brought up during the first stream, I joked that the Pac Dots probably taste like Cookie Crisp. Little did I know that, I guess on some level, the thing that they default to when it comes to what Pac Dots are has been cookies, like, pretty consistently throughout the life of this franchise. I guess, and even as recently as, like, the Pac-Man Ghostly Adventures, like, redesign era, both in the show and in games like Pac-Man Party, they do refer to them as cookies. As Pac-Dot cookies. What are they putting in those cookies? I mean, the regular ones are just cookies. I don't know what Power Pellets are. I have to imagine that they're very, like, light. and airy cookies, you know? Hence the cookie cereal comparison that I made. Like, yeah, I don't know. I'm more concerned about the fact that the cookies are shaped like people and have the exact same plasticky sphere qualities as the people in this world. Another thing that I did not know, okay, so like I didn't watch Ghostly Adventures like at all when I was airing. I was at that age by that point where I did not give a shit. But one of my friends who has at least some kind of morbid curiosity and fascination with that show mentioned to me recently that I guess like that Pac-Man isn't even the same character, but like a descendant of the arcade game character or something like that. I don't even know, like, and like, there was some kind of like war that occurs between the rest of the franchise and the Ghostly Adventures continuity. She might have been pulling my leg, I'll be real. And yet, what little I've seen suggests that that is actually might just be the case. Which is bizarre. And I just, I have to wonder, does Namco care enough to try and like stitch everything together coherently? Like, if we're getting acknowledgements of stuff like Pac-Man World 3 and its voice acting and all that, and the characterization from that, like, are we gonna see like a Sonic-esque canon reformation that is just like, okay, we're gonna really double down and figure out when all this stuff takes place and how it all connects, and build on that for future installments. I'm joking, but it would be funny. Ken Pender's Pac-Man series when? Please no. Don't even joke. Games comes out with like a comic series about Ms. Pac-Man, but they're not like allowed to call the character Ms. Pac-Man either in new material. So they do like the weird like pseudo spin-off thing that renames all the characters and also make the art style hideous. And introduce all kinds of uncomfortable subject matter into it. Fuck. Oh. Yeah, I would not be happy. Grave danger. Danger, danger. Come on. I guess the difference with Pac-Man is like, do we really like, I don't know. I can't say that I would be as interested in seeing this franchise like get the get the connected universe treatment necessarily. I wouldn't be opposed to it either, but also it's like Pac-Man's always been like very abstract to begin with. Crap. Oh, wait. Am I doing something wrong? We need the deep lore. I mean, I wouldn't say no to it. I know that, again, apparently Ghostly Adventures has some lore. But being a daytime Cartoon Network show probably, I'm assuming, doesn't go very far with it. Oh no! I'm a meme! Fuck. I don't know what I think I'm doing. Oh, you can just stomp on them whether they're on the floor or not. Okay. Okay, so like, I might be misremembering this. Oh God. I'm not 100% sure what I'm supposed to be doing here. Oh, okay, I see. I can butt bounce. I didn't realize, I'll be real, I did not realize that you could butt bounce up slopes. I feel very silly. That just kind of like seems unintuitive. Like that wouldn't work if you thought about, like, if you think about it for more than like 2 seconds. Fake Pac-Man fan, that's fine. I can accept that. I only have so much mental capacity to be a real fan. Didn't know about the slopular butt bounce. Oh, the slopular butt bounce. I thought it was some kind of abstract slop joke. Oh no. No, I'm like, I'm being way too impatient with this. There we go. Okay, where is the pinch? Ah! My slop jokes are blunt. My slope jokes have more of an angle to them. God damn it. God damn it. You're in timeout. Not literally, but metaphorically. Sit in the corner. Fuck. I should have got the checkpoint, but I still didn't find the pinch. Where is the pinch? Oh, it's up there. Ah! Could be in another castle. Oh my god. They should have had me write the Mario movie. I just now that you're bringing that up. What am I doing? Write a strongly worded letter to Nintendo on your behalf. Nah, it's okay. It wouldn't do anything. They just throw away fan feedback. It's okay. They usually give my letters to their legal team. Oh my god. Oh gosh. Speaking of Nintendo's legal team, like, something I've had on my brain lately has been like, just like the whole fan game situation with them. And like, I don't know, let's say that there's a Nintendo related project that I am excited for. Oh god. That was relatively recently brought to light as a thing that exists. Or at the very least was like given a release date. And I am like terrified that it is going to be decimated now that the word is out. And that release date is not even that far away. So like, it seems like it would have been a better idea to like wait to keep it very much on the down low until it was finished. Like, and I get that when you're making something, you want to show it off to people. But like, I'd be willing to bet that we probably wouldn't have that, what's it? That Link's Awakening PC port thing, and we're talking like I'm talking like a version of the Game Boy game, not the Switch remake. If it weren't for the fact that it was put out with no warning and no prior, like, publication. Catch-22 with fan games where most need volunteers but will almost never survive to release unless they're announced and immediately shadow drop. Right, like, yeah. It's just that in the case that I'm specifically thinking of that I'm not going to mention because I really want it to actually exist. You know, I say that as if I have any audience whatsoever, and there's probably only like 1-2 people watching. It's just, it's like already there, more or less. Like within the, apparently is set to drop within the next like month or so, like month and a half. And I just have to like we're well past the like we're looking for volunteers to help make this. Shigeru Miyamoto is here with me. Choose your words carefully. Shigeru Miyamoto. I have one word for Miyamoto, and that word is why. I won't even specify what I'm asking why about. That's just... Why everything? Why are you like this? Wait, what did I miss? I missed an A. One of these days I need to play the Wario games. I have not played like any of them outside of like the first WarioWare specifically. And like there's just so many of them. He just flashed me a sinister smile and said the same reason why any force of nature is the way it is. No. Got it. To do harm to one's fellow man. You are free. You are free from @games prison.
You've earned a kiss. I knew you could do it, my darling. Now let's do something about that Pac-Man.
He appears to be sharpening a steak knife. Thank you. Well, I'll see you momentarily, Shigeru Miyamoto. Where is the A that I missed? Was it just this way? Fuck. Vero, it should be right before B. I'm not going to dignify that with a proper response. Let me say that right now. Think about what you've done. Ah! Okay, wait, I was already here. If I get on top of them... Crap. I've played myself. I've put myself in a precarious situation. Okay, but that's like... That's where the area was. I might have to go back even further. Vero, I have reflected on my words and actions and would like you to know that I am deeply cool and correct. Good for you. I agree, thank you. I'm glad you finally came to that conclusion. We have to believe in ourselves. Okay, well, I missed 1A. And I don't know if there's a way for me to get back to where that A most likely is. Oh, there it is! Ah! Okay, well, we're gonna have to just replay this entire level for the A. So, apologies for that. Oh, no, A, not O. Activate a fever. What did I do? How did I do that? Play slots 100 times. Okay. It's just giving me achievements. Serves you right for withholding my PSP. I still stand by that decision. We didn't get the Galaxian either. Okay, well, that was a waste. Oh, what? Why isn't it working? It should have worked. Now it's okay. Okay, that's weird. We're just gonna have to do this whole thing again. It's fine, it elongates the stream. It's more content. A slave to the content. Pete! Everything I do is slop. What? Okay, why now? Ugh. It seemed like I could just bounce on their heads at one point.
No content!
Ironic that the bump bounce should simultaneously save your ass and fracture your tailbone. That's true. Does Pac-Man have a tailbone, though? Asking the real questions here. Yeah, I guess now that I think about it, like, does Pac-Man have bones at all? Have they ever done like an electric shock animation or whatever, where like you see his skeleton, like so many games seem to like doing? Have we ever seen that? Vero, what if he has a ton of small triangular bones like his 3D model? And they come together to produce his orbescent shape. Now you're talking. Like that's a solid theory. I like that. I like that interpretation. Like that's big brain. Oh. I thought I was in gay baby jail for a minute there. Like, what jobs do you think that the ghosts had in life? I'd like to think that Blinky was like a construction worker. He's got like that, hey, I'm walking here type thing going on. Having to redo the level is gay, gay baby community service. Yeah, fair. That's a good way to put it. Very succinct. At least one of the ghosts was an accountant. I would like to think, which one was the accountant? Probably Clyde. Clyde is just like some guy. They died when the job proved too taxing. That's fair. Now, when you say too taxing, is that like, are you word playing right now? Am I getting the joke, or did I just discover something that everyone else overlooked? Okay. All right, cool. Good to know. Okay, wait. I already missed it. I got a second chance. Okay. Woo. Wait, I just got the achievement for getting all the Pac-Man's letters. But so I guess they must not be like I don't know, that's weird. I guess it only they're all counted individually and not like you don't have to get all of them in one run. That's very strange. I'm assuming the M is in the chest over there in the background toward the end, but because it's like further left than the A, it's considered earlier in the level. I don't know. This is a strange level. I'm going the wrong way. I do need to find the Galaxian, though. And I did not find it, which means that I might be fucked. Because I think the Galaxian door was... No, it's like up. It's up there. Okay, well, I have the apple. Will this allow me to get the Galaxian? No. Did I get the Galaxian and forget to go back to the door earlier in the first run? Is that what happened? I am uncertain. Every time you do the flying pellet thing, my brain thinks I'm watching Nights into Dreams. Like that? Oh, the oh, right, the pack dot chains. Yeah, fair. That is fair. I like Nights into Dreams. I should stream that sometime, and the sequel. There's a lot of Sega adjacent stuff that I wouldn't mind giving a replay or a first time play. I have to wonder, now that we have like no insight into the inner goings on of the Sonic lore team, I do wonder if Ian Flynn ever convinced the lore team to incorporate Nights into Dreams into the Sonic canon. Because I know that that was, at one point that was something that he spoke out about wanting to do. Just something that he personally wanted. Or thought would be fun. Not that it particularly matters, but I just like the idea of like, the like 3 different like dreaming adjacent characters that we've learned about having a conversation with one another. Oh, there it is. Because at this point, there is just like a whole dream dimension in the Sonic universe, so like, why not just slot them into it? Could have sworn to grab that last time. I grabbed it, I just forgot to go back to the door and actually do the maze. That was the problem. I forgore. Nope. I got you this time. Wait, there are many ghosts. How many ghosts are there? There's more than one of each. There's two. Two. I was like, the first time I noticed they were all blue, they were all vulnerable, so I couldn't tell them apart. So I was like, what? There's 8? Are they going to bring back Kinky? The best ghost? I like the secondary ghosts. I like the deep lore ghosts. I like that there are extra ghosts that we are aware of through the various games in the franchise. There's Sue. Unless Sue is just Clyde after transitioning, that could be the case. I know that the Hanna-Barbera cartoon makes her a different character. And, like, who knows what the deal is with that, because that's like one of the weird cases where a Hanna-Barbera franchise, like cartoon adaptation, or just a Western cartoon adaptation influenced an actual thing in the series in general, because, like, Pac-Land, I guess, came out after the cartoon did and drew influence from the cartoon. And we're still seeing that influence now with stuff like the skins in, like, World 2 Re-Pac, so, like, I don't know. How does that work? And then there's Orson, of course. Of course'n. Obtained a magic key. Oh, okay. You can open all doors and cages without food or keys. Okay, well, I mean, I guess that's neat for, like, getting all the letters if you haven't already. I don't know. We have everything, though. We have everything. And, so now we get the from what I understand to be, like, an actual, like, good ending. That was not in the original. You're telling me there's a Pac-Man director's cut? Apparently! I remember watching Nitro Rad's video about it. Unless I'm just, like, hallucinating this entirely. Like, maybe I'm just making this up. For all I know, I could be. But I could have sworn hearing that, as opposed to the original where you, where the ending just has Pac-Man being kind of a dipshit. Getting 100% like... Vero Pac-Man's been closed for 40 years. No! No, I was there last week. Oh god. Okay. Oh. Oh, I see, okay. So for the moment I am throwing things at. I don't know what a puka sounds like. He's helping. Oh, health. Phase 2. Ow! He's got guns on his fingies. Phase 2. Puka's a true friend. Why is everything chrome?
Everything is chrome in the future.
Woof woof, you can do it, master. Here, take this.
Fuck. I actually don't remember what to do in this situation. Oh, prom pellet. Three hits in one cycle, nice. I'll be real, I don't remember. Just a little more, Pac-Man. I know you can do it. Take this and keep at it. A weapon to surpass Metal Gear, thank you. Talk, man. I need, where is Metal? Or do I have to hit him to knock a metal out of him? I'm actually, oh wait, there we are. Cannonball. Come on. Oh, I didn't realize you could charge those up. Jeez, I really am a fake fan. Gotcha. Now he get big too. This seems different. Can I assume that the boss was not like this, the original? I remember there being something involving ramps.
Dad, are you okay? This'll make you feel better. Time to mop up the bad guys.
They're small. How, they don't seem like they would be able to talk if they're still like the age where they play with rattles. They remind me of like a like a very they remind me of like an emoji. Like some kind of like very specific kind of emoji. I don't know what emotion that they are conveying. You take the yellow pellet, the story ends, you wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. Oh my god. You take the yellow pellet, you stay in Wonderland. Oh my god.
That talk man is scary. It's okay though. Take this and keep at it.
I almost turned him into Gerbert.
I think you're so neato. I just wanna say I wanna spend my day with you.
So the amount of friends you've rescued just determines how much extra health you have. That's kind of fun. I like that. I can make many mistakes now because of my family. Ow.
Take this, darling. I know you can beat him. Don't give up.
No! I can't believe you've done this. There we go. There's more. Did someone say cake? Oh, I have to mash. There's a quick time event in this version? There he is. Yeah, so you get to be nice. You get to be niceys. This one diversion, I have to imagine, is what prevents the war that precedes the ghostly adventures. So that just never happens. This is where the timeline splits. Don't think he's gonna walk away from this one. God damn it, sit in your corner.
Back to your cell before I turn you into a shitmonk.
They're just doing their little animations, I guess. Well, there we go. Pac-Man, you've created a time paradox. Oh, this is cute. What? There's a fucking vocal theme. I was not aware of this. I'm assuming that these are the letters for thank you. Adorable. This was cute. I actually really appreciate that they kind of, that they took a few liberties with this version of the game. Just to make it a more fun little experience. That's very cool. And, I'm very excited for the remake of World 2. That's gonna be so neat. Yo, we're in Clown Town again! I shouldn't be excited about that. But yeah, this was cute. I enjoyed this. It was nice to revisit this, especially in just a generally more polished and like palatable form. Again, pardon the pun. It is neat that they're like actually trying to, that Namco's trying to like make Pac-Man a little more relevant again. I'm glad that Pac-Man is a franchise that can still exist beyond like merchandise. Thank you for playing. I missed an A! Oh! Just my luck. Surely there's nothing. Surely it does not give me any. There's a 94%. What am I missing? Original mode unlocked. Oh, you actually get the arcade game. All right. Well, oh, and I'm pretty sure this is the exact same emulation that they used for Namco Museum Arcade Pack. Cute. All right. Well, let's see how high I can get. Wait. Wrong game. That Pac-Man looks stoned as fuck. Like, Western advertising Pac-Man was certainly something. Like, in Japan, Pac-Man's design has, from my understanding, more or less been, like, pretty uniform. Like, the Pac-Man we see in World is really not too far a departure from the Pac-Man that was on the arcade cabinets in Japan, specifically. From a very early point. But, yeah, some of the Western interpretations are just wild. US Mega Man vibes. Yes, no, absolutely. For the same reason, too. Like, it's that same lack of cohesion between regions. Because it was that time when it's like, how do we sell this to Americans? How do we sell this to the rest of the world? How do we sell this to, like, anywhere that is not Japan? And that was just, like, the mentality that publishers seemed to have back then. Like, oh, people aren't gonna like Japanese games, so we gotta gussy it up. No! Like, the Ms. Pac-Man cabinet art had legs for days. Granted, Ms. Pac-Man was not created by Namco or in Japan, to my understanding. At least not entirely. I know that started as a ROM hack, if I'm correct, and that was like the beginnings of what led to all the legal drama with that. Just due to the fine print of the contract that they had with the people that made it. Fuck, why did I do that? I don't know if there's like some sort of goal that I'm supposed to be striving towards in order for this to count towards my 100% completion. Get the fuck out. All right. Like, I did good enough to get an extra life. That's something. Okay, yeah, so as far back as the original game, he did become big. Even if it was just in a cutscene. That's always been part of the Pac-Man mythos. I wasn't just misremembering. That's good to know. No! Okay, but like, how do I get 100%? What am I missing? Like, actually, what the fuck am I missing? I thought the whole point of getting 100% was to get the true ending. What the fuck? Did I miss something in the final boss area? Like, what is happening? Boss mansion area. It says I have the crown there. What the fuck? What could I possibly be missing? Well, in any case, it is nice that that the original game was included on this. That's not something I would expect from a game that was released in the last decade, to include an emulated arcade game as a bonus feature. And that used to be so common, but then publishers realized that they could charge for compilations and stuff. Yeah, I'll be real, I don't know what's going on. Maybe I... What the fuck? My head hurts. What did I bump into? What did I just bump into? Wait, what? Oh. Oh. Mazes. So wait, the ones that you unlock in the game, are they just like random ones? How does that work? No wonder the first one I got was underwater. I think it might have been randomly selected from the list. So I can just play all the ones that I didn't finish. Okay. All right, well, there we go. I guess that's what we're gonna be doing for the next few minutes. I mean, that's kind of neat that there's a little variety there, like a few extra mazes to do. I probably would not enjoy them nearly as much if I didn't have the option to zoom out. So thank goodness for that. Okay, all right. %, yeah. Okay, I'm not dead. I'm okay. It's all good. I just gotta beat him. I don't have to be particularly good. Like, I don't have to get, like, a stupidly high score with ghost chains and stuff. I just do it. I do it, I clear it. It's not nearly as difficult as the arcade game. Also, shout out to Namco for including the PlayStation button symbols if you are using a PlayStation controller. It is always a nice little bonus to have. Whoops, what am I doing? I forgot to zoom out. That is always appreciated as an ardent DualSense user myself. Not just for PC games, but for like just about everything that I can manage to pair it with. Wild that nobody buys Xboxes, but almost every PC port has their button icons. Oh, I was looking at chat. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I get it though, cause like X input, Windows, Microsoft, all that, you know, of course. Like for the longest, like people probably don't remember this, or maybe weren't playing games at the time. But I mean, when the PS3 was out, you couldn't just pair a PS3 controller on Windows. Just about, like, Xbox controllers were just about your only option when it came to Windows outside of keyboard and mouse and then whatever weird direct input third-party stuff existed. Like, I remember there were, like, specific, like, really roundabout tools, like, programs you needed to use in order to properly pair a PS3 controller with a PC. But yeah, and even a DualShock 4 was not the, I'm pretty sure didn't work out of the box either. You still needed, like, like, unofficial software, like DS4 Windows, which I actually do use. I know that it's, like, depreciated now, but, I do still use that for certain games. Just, anything that, like, it's really good with that program, but yeah, like, and I use that for DualSense for certain games that I can't get to play nice with, like, Steam input, or just don't have native support out of the box, which a lot of games seem to now. But that's more the exception than the rule. That's just kind of like a Hail Mary if I really need it type option. But yeah, I gotta say, and then of course, Steam now does support I'm pretty sure that that Steam supports DualShock 4s just like natively now, which is very nice. Like, as much as my feelings on Valve as a company are very mixed, I do really appreciate everything that they have done in the world of controller compatibility. Like, it has been just Steam input as a tool is incredible when it works. It still has its problems, but overall, it's just a lifesaver. It is a lifesaver for me. Like, as somebody especially who likes to use gyro aiming, like, I refuse to use keyboard and mouse for, like, 3D games, or really just in general. It's just not something that my hands are good at. You know, I've been using a gamepad style thing all my life, but of course with games like, say, Splatoon coming out and, like, turning me on to gyro aiming, I am just so glad that Steam Input makes it possible to do gyro for a majority of PC shooters. Granted, some games still don't play nice and don't let you have controller and mouse input simultaneously, and at which point you're fucked. But yeah, Vero, I hate that nothing supports gyro out of the box. Absolutely. Thank you. Like, every time I find a game that has native gyro support, like, say, Monster Hunter Wilds, I am, like, so surprised and so enthralled. I've owned games on Switch PC and PS5 that only support gyro aim on Switch. It's ridiculous, right? Like, if you're on console and you want gyro, there's, like, nothing that supports it, even if the controller does. Like, the DualSense has gyros, and it's great. It works really well when you are actually, like, set up to use it. But, like, nothing supports it. Now, thankfully, I think a big reason why why gyro is becoming a little more in vogue now is because of the Steam Deck. And, games like all of the, first-party Valve games, having Steam Input API support, so you can not only do gyro, but you can map stuff directly to in-game actions rather than just, keyboard inputs and stuff like that. So having, like, gyro aiming as, like, a default Steam Deck functionality for those games, especially stuff like Counter-Strike, is, like, probably pushing that technology further into prevalence than it has been, like, ever. And I'm very thankful for that. Like, and I know that people are like, oh, well, like, Switch 2 mouse mode is going to, like, I was a little worried that, like, Switch 2's mouse mode was going to, like, kind of invalidate any efforts towards making gyro a thing. But I gotta say, what little I've, like, messed with it, I can't say that it feels good to hold at all. And I kind of get the feeling that mouse mode might be eschewed by just about everyone in the long term. Just because it is not a comfortable thing to use. It feels very unnatural. Granted, I've only messed around with, like, the system UI, but even just using it for the cursor just feels super cursed. Like, it feels bizarre, it feels laggy, it doesn't feel very precise, it's awkward to hold. So hopefully gyro, I mean, I would hope that Nintendo doesn't completely abandon any, like, gyro solutions for their games. Just because the mouse input exists now. I don't think they will, because, like, Splatoon in particular has a baked-in fan base that's gonna want that to stick around. And, that's good. I'm glad for that. But yeah, anyway, as far as Steam Input and stuff goes, I'm very happy that it has allowed me to do gyro aiming. And in most games, if it's a game that plays nice with two input devices at the same time, or what the game sees as two input devices at the same time, then you don't even have to choose between analog movement and fine aiming. Because you can still have, like, say, Deep Rock Galactic, that's a good example. I love Deep Rock Galactic, and I like that I can use my controller the way that I can on there. Because I can have 360-degree movement and, like, you know, slow down to walk and stuff like that. On the left stick, like always, like any console game that is, you know, like pretty much any 3D console game, and as well as gyro aiming, and so it's like the best of both worlds, and I love it. And then I have like a hotbar, like not hotbars, but like that whole radial wheel setup that you can do on Steam Input. I have that for like a weapon select, so it's more like I hold like one of a specific button and then flick the right stick in a direction in order to select, like, change weapons. And there's a lot of neat little solutions you can find for, like, having a lot of buttons to press. That feel pretty good. Like, it takes some tinkering, to be sure. Like, the thing about gyro is that it is, like, as it currently stands, even though there are ways to do it on a lot of games now, it's very, like, time-consuming and difficult to, like, set up. Just because, like, getting decent control schemes that feel natural to each individual person is just something that's going to take some experimentation. Wound up better at shooters with my Steam controller than a mouse, which is either an indictment of my mouse skills or high praise for my controller skills. No, I mean, I totally get it. I don't like using a keyboard and mouse, but I put the practice in to, just on gyro to start playing more games, more shooters in general and stuff. And I actually really like how it feels to use. And sometimes I can actually be kind of good. Not always, but definitely feels a lot more natural to me than a mouse or simply an analog stick ever did. My preferred setup is to kind of do the Splatoon thing where the right stick still has horizontal inputs enabled for like faster, fine, like very broad wholesale rotating, with gyro for the fine aiming and vertical aiming. While in my case having the triangle button for ratcheting the gyro or resetting the camera if it's a game that supports that. That's been my setup. And then I have a modified DualSense as well. Like I got some of those back buttons that I have mapped to the D-pad, so I just like never, I never have to take my thumb off of the left stick like ever. And I use those for a handful of things, like say either as my for weapon switching, or if there's a lot of buttons to use, I can use it for like I can use one of them as like a weapon wheel toggle on Steam input. It depends on the game, but stuff like that. Like there's a lot of secondary actions that I like to map to it. Say I have 4 back buttons on mine. So the one that's mapped to the down arrow, which is like the second from the right, on the back of the controller, I tend to use for stuff like grenades or like throwables or just whatever secondary, like limited use weapon action thing. That sort of stuff. And that feels really good. I like it. There's a lot that you can do with Steam input, and it makes my gaming experience a lot better. Just as somebody who has always played on a gamepad style controller. And the tinkering, I must say, I find fun and satisfying anyway. Sooner or later, I'm gonna be customizing another DualSense just to have a second one. I have all the parts for it, and eventually I'm gonna be learning how to solder so I can put some Hall effect sticks on these things. So far my thumbsticks have not caused me problems on this particular unit, but if it ever does, or if I just feel confident enough, I'll pull the trigger on that and learn to do it. I have the parts, I have a learn to solder kit that I intend to use for practice before actually doing it. I intend to make an actual YouTube video out of this, by the way, as well. Just like an actual, like, edited, let's talk about this thing for, let's explore this topic type YouTube video. Maybe think something in the realm of, like, maybe a Bringus Studios type thing, but, well, not exactly. Not quite, because it's going to be less focused on the actual modification and more so like the applications of having something like that. And kind of frame it as like, oh, I'm going to make my personal preferred perfect Switch 2 controller that I'll use for all my Switch 2 games, game playing. And it's going to be, when it's done, it should look a little bit like the Switch 2, like aesthetic, because I'm going to modify a black one and add like some thumbstick rings that have like that cyan and like coral pink red on them, and like shoulder buttons that are a lighter gray to resemble the Pro 2 controller and stuff. It'll be nice. I'm excited. It should be very pleasant. Nothing too crazy, but I do look forward to doing that. Dark soldering tutorial where you show how to replace DualSense sticks with N64 sticks. That is extremely cursed. You put that thing back where it came from, or so help me! That is funny that you should bring that up though, because like the first time I ever actually tinkered with anything like hardware-wise and took something apart was when I was interning at a used game store locally back in like high school, and we replaced N64 controller thumbsticks with third-party ones that were designed to be more like the GameCube sticks, and they were like smoother and like less rigid and less like liable to grind themselves into dust, you know? It was cool. It was a neat process. It was really basic and they were really easy to do, but I still felt really proud of myself as a teen back then learning to do that, and that was kind of like what gave me a little bit of confidence to try and learn more. So like at one point I replaced the disk drive, like the laser itself on my PS2. Like I have a PS2 Slim and the laser was starting to die. So I was able to get a replacement for that and replace that. At one point, I found out through like what Modern Vintage Gamer about that whole like original Xbox clock capacitor leak thing that would happen with a lot of units, and I went and like snipped that thing out, and put it back together in it and didn't break it. So kind of saved my OG Xbox unit from dying. I don't even know why I put so much effort into that. I don't even play on original hardware for most old things anymore, but it was still, you know, kind of fun. Also, hi, Almond. I forgot. I should have acknowledged your presence earlier. Welcome in. Almond, since you're here, I would like you to explain to me what the deal is with the Ghostly Adventures, like, war. What's the deal with that? Got into soldering, replacing pickups on guitars and basses, allowed me to accomplish heinous things after I got interested in board. What does that mean? I actually am not familiar. I'm sorry, I'm not like, I am not very musically inclined, so I'm not familiar with that term. Or is this a jape? Doesn't amount to anything. Regarding the war thing, Almond says it doesn't amount to anything. But yeah, there was a war and betrayed Pac-Man, which fucked up everything until it wasn't fucked. Yeah, like, shout out to the people that named a character Betrayus. I think the moment that I heard that name for the first time was when I noped out of ever watching the show. I thought, oh, it's a Pac-Man thing, this might be kind of interesting, but I was at that age where I was very willing to dismiss anything at the drop of a hat. So I just kind of like, I was just like, nope. I'm not watching a show where you named a character Betrayus. Breadboards are these plastic boards with a bunch of holes that you can use to plan and test circuits before you commit to soldering. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I unfortunately haven't gotten that deep into things yet. I will learn. Like I said, I have a little learn to solder kit. It's like a radio building kit, and hopefully I can do that. I don't know how much of that I'm going to chronicle in the video. Maybe I'll just do the whole thing. I don't know. Really terrible 8-bit Z80 PC that I've made that is buried in a closet now. Oh, that's cool. Okay, we're almost done. There's only 6 more, and then we can say that we did it. Yeah, I had no idea. I thought that each level only had one maze to its name. Can't believe I'm about to 100% Pac-Man World by proxy. That's right. You were here for it. And I thank you for that. Almond, since you weren't here when I brought this up, we got the good ending where you're not an asshole to Orson. And I joked that that is the event that prevents the war from happening. And thus we are in a different timeline from Ghostly Adventures now. And now we're just doing mazes. Also, I heard the vocal theme. I was surprised that that was a thing. The vocal theme at the end of this, rather. Dear God, I would not want to listen to the vocal theme from Ghostly Adventures. I would not have had a positive reaction. Ghostly Adventures has a fire remix of Pac-Man Park for no reason. I thought that the main theme was that, though. It's just that, like, the lyrics were, like, chopped up. You've sent it to me. I've heard it. I thought you meant the show. Sorry, the theme to the game tie-in. Yeah, you did show me that. Pac-Man Park is just like a good. Okay, well, I do remember you sending me a remix of Pac-Man Park. I thought the Shitty Pac is Back thing was also, like, trying to be a remix of the Pac-Man Park theme as well, though. I vaguely remembered realizing that and being like, oh, that's weird. But I do remember you sending me the actual, like, full, like, just straightforward remix of Pac-Man Park from the Ghostly Adventures game, and it was cool. Okay, so I want your opinion on this, Almond. Just since you're here, you're the resident Pac-Man fan in our group. I am curious, would you want them to continue would you want them, so I was joking earlier about like a Sonic style lore restoration where Namco tries to like connect the dots, if you pardon the pun, between all of the Pac-Man games and tries to like make it make sense and like build an actual world build. Would you want to see that? Is that even like worth doing for a franchise that's so abstract as Pac-Man, or is that like, or are we just like good with it being kind of vague where it is? Like, what are your thoughts on that concept? Do we need the deep lore? Pac-Man already has an annoying extended universe that's still ongoing with Shadow Labyrinth. Well, no, Shadow Labyrinth is part of the USGF universe, though. That's like a different thing. That's the USGF universe's version of Pac-Man. That's like a separate thing. I'm talking like Pac-Man proper. Thought they were connected. No, Shadow Labyrinth is the same universe as like all of Namco's space shooters, Ace Combat 3, Dig Dug, Mr. Driller, and a bunch of other random space related stuff. Whereas I guess Pac-Man is kind of separate. But I guess Shadow Labyrinth seems to be, from my understanding, Shadow Labyrinth is just that universe's iteration of Pac-Man. Just to have some Pac-Man representation in it. Granted, this was all like just, I think this was all just internal Namco stuff until like recently, like when they announced Shadow Labyrinth and they decided to make that website that explains the timeline. Thing about mainline Pac-Man is that all the lore developments that aren't Ghostly Adventures and the lore games are really boring shit like fixing names. That's fair. But would you, okay, so like would you want to see them try and like expand it into something more coherent and cohesive and like actually like, I guess they kind of already, I mean, I guess they've already sort of tried to do that with World 3 actually bringing back Orson and having him serve a different role in that game. More things like that, I guess. Would we want to see more of that? See, what I would want to know is, like, what is the world order? Like, what are the ghosts? Are they creatures that are ghosts, or are they the actual, like, spirits of vengeful pack people? Like, I want, like, I'm talking stuff like that. Do we want the answers to that? Because, like, in World 3, they're like, oh, they have their own realm that they all live in. But, like, I don't know. It just, like, I'm just curious. Does Pac-Man have a skeleton? Oh, whoops. We're not done yet. Oh, wait. Oh. Marathon play. I must... Okay. Okay, apparently this is 100%. But you can still do a marathon of all of them. That's kind of fun. I might do that on my own later, though. I don't think it'll be very interesting to do this on stream. Instead, I think we're gonna shift gears, and after a quick BRB, I think we're gonna probably do more Ratchet and Clank 1, because that just sounds like something I'd like to do right now. So, thank you for joining me. We will be back in just a little bit.